Good morning, Hornets. I am out of the building today, but I wanted to be sure you understood what your assignments will be while I am gone. In Schoology, in your Strivers Row folder, you will see 3 assignments. All 3 of these are due today. They will lock at the end of class. Repeat, they will lock at the end of class. The first one you need to complete is the final ebook submission, okay, and reflection. Please answer each question. There are 7. Please answer all 7 questions. For the first question, you need to score the book that you made with your partner. You need to give it a score based on this rubric below, okay? You justify your score, explain why you gave yourself a 9 and not an 8, or why you gave yourself a 10 and not a 9. Whatever the case may be, you need to justify your score for your textbook, okay? That's just question number 1. Then you need to answer the other questions here. All of these are submitted right there in Schoology, okay? That's number 1, and it would be best if you did these in order. That would be best. Okay, assignment number 2, let me move back down, is the ebook critique. Now, the directions are pretty clear. You're going to, one of you in your pair is going to open the ebook, copy the link, but make sure you're choosing a shareable link. Okay, make sure it says it's one that anyone can view, not edit. You don't want people to change your book. Just one that anyone can view. All right, and then you're going to paste that link in the discussion board, type both of your names. Then once everyone has done that, you are going to critique someone else's book. You're going to look at these 5 areas. You're going to look at their introduction, the layout or the appearance of it, the questions that they came up with. Do they have 2 basement, 3 living room, 2 added questions? Look at the activity, and if they included multimedia, yes or no. Okay? You're going to give it a score based on what they included. Is it going to be a 1 where it needs improvement? Is it going to be a 2 where it meets all of Mrs. Savage's requirements? Or is it a 3? Does it go above and beyond? And is it a super duper awesome textbook? Remember, this is a discussion board so everyone can see what you post. Please be specific, helpful, and kind in your feedback. Your feedback is a grade. Each of your 5 critiques that you do in those areas is worth 5 points. So that's 25 points total. Make sure you're being specific, make sure you're being helpful, make sure you're being kind. These folks will evaluate these folks and vice versa. Okay? So Brenna and Layla will evaluate London and Jazanae's. Jazanae and London will evaluate Layla's and Brenna's. That's the way it goes. Here's the list for period 1. Here's the list for period 2. So it would be best if you did this second today. Okay? The next and last thing is, let me get back in the folder. We wear the mask. If you don't get to one of the things that I have for you today, this will be the one that you may not complete. I will change as you can see, the time is 11:59, but I have to change the date. This will be due at 11:59. This will not be due before the end of class because I do not think you'll be able to finish it. However, it's still due by 11:59 on Friday. You're going to look at a poem that was written during the Harlem Renaissance by one of your writers, Claude McKay, We Wear the Mask. Okay, I've included it here in the TPCast chart. I've put it in there for you so it makes it nice and easy. What I want you to do is look at the poem like we have done several times and like you did several times for your textbook and break it apart here. How many stanzas do we have? 3. So you can use 3 boxes. If you want to break it up more, fine. But you know this is where you put the poem into your own words. Right here, little bit by little bit. Okay? for connotation. That's where you use your list of 30 terms. I put some terms here. Some of these were not on your list, but some of them you may know, but this is where you use your devices from your 30 terms. Attitude, remember, is emotion. What emotion do you get? Or does the poem convey? Is it a happy poem, sad poem, determined poem? Whatever the emotion is. Does the attitude shift? Does it change as the poem moves forward? You explain that. And then which of the 10 themes from the Harlem Renaissance does this poem connect with? You explain it there. Again, this is the one that you may not complete by the end of class, so I am going to make sure that the time on it says 11:59 so that you are able to get everything done. Now, the substitute should not have to say anything to anyone. You should stay in your seat. You should stay quiet because you have plenty to do. If you come in and start right away, actually, you should be able to complete all of these. So I'm going to change my mind. I am going to make this due by the end of class because you should be able to finish. This is part 1. And then there's part 2. Using this infographic that I have put here for you, I want you to look at the historical significance of masks in different countries. Since yesterday was just Halloween, I thought this would be a pretty cool connection. Because there are lots of masks from lots of different parts of the world, and they have significance. So I'd like you to look at this. This is more of a scholar's challenge and see how smart you are. Some of you are doing really nice work with the Harlem Renaissance, so I want to see what you do with this. I'd like you to discuss the historical significance of masks in various cultures and connect their origins and purposes to the poem, We Wear the Mask. I want to see how you can do with that. Okay? Again, all 3 assignments are due by the end of class. All 3 assignments. Even if you are not finished, submit what you have. Okay? If you have any questions that this video has not answered, you can message me, but I probably will not get it until Monday. So, do the best you can. Use each other as a resource for help if you need it. You could also ask Ms. Whitley or Dr. Edney if you really find yourself stuck, but I don't think you will. Okay? Please behave. Show Hornet pride. I heard you clap. Catch it. Okay? Do a great job, and I will see you on Monday.